Obviously, this is not the action we are going to talk about. We are going to talk about this tiny fellow, which will be useful, rather very useful, while doing some amazingly crazy adventure. The ThiEYE i60 Plus, the action camera. Let's talk about it. So let's open this magical box and see what we have inside. As you can already see, I've already unboxed this thing. It comes with this waterproof housing. So let me remove that for you guys. So I've removed that. We get this screw. This thing is, we can rotate this thing. This is J-buckle mount. So this thing comes with some more things. Let's see one by one. This is tripod mount. You can plug it like this and put it on your tripod. This is your another mount. This J-buckle mount and one flat mount. Screw. This is open skeleton cover. One more screw. These are couple of adhesive. 3M is not written, so I'm not sure whether this is 3M or not, but that doesn't matter. All these adhesive tapes are really of good quality. And one important thing which we get along with this camera is this extra battery, which will be very much useful, guys. And I forgot to mention, we get only one flat mount, which I've already installed on my bike. As I have GoPro Hero 3, I'll be comparing this camera with GoPro Hero 3. This is adapter which comes with this memory card. You don't get that memory card along with the camera, and you get these two things. I don't know what you call it, but this is for those foggy conditions, right? If you're riding to the mountains, these things, if you put it inside your housing, there won't be any fog inside near your lens area, so that your videos will not look bad. So I'll be comparing this camera with my existing Hero 3, GoPro Hero 3 White Edition. Let's see the thickness of both the cameras. Then you'll understand. So if you see, GoPro Hero 3 is little thinner as compared to ThiEYE i60 Plus. So definitely you won't be able to use GoPro's housing cases. I will put the link in the description below from where you can buy this camera. There are two options. One is Amazon and another one is actioncams.in. The actioncams.in site, from that site you will be getting this camera for much cheaper price as compared to Amazon. So let's start this thing and see how the menus and everything looks like. This is the power button on front. Let's long press that button. Around 3 seconds it took. I'm not sure how it will sound when you're around 60 or 80 kilometers per hour speed. Yeah, so this is the main screen. This thing shows like it's recording video, 1080p by 60 frames per second, 29.7 GBs of free space, and then this Wi-Fi icon, and then this battery icon. Down part, it is showing date. What is this? 17.25. I'm not sure what this is. Left hand side, you can see this blue line, blue LED light. Besides that, microphone on or off option. Let's again press the front button again. So it has changed from that video mode to this photo mode. If you can see, it is showing 12M, that is 12 megapixel, which is of this camera's maximum capacity of taking pictures. So 12 megapixel. Let's press one more time. So now this is showing 720p by 120 frames per second. This will be really very useful for taking slow motion shots. Let's press it one more time. So this screen is basically, if you record, it will show your media files. So since we don't have any media on the memory card, it is showing this sad smiley icon. In some time we'll make that guy happy. So this navigation through all these menu options can be done using the front button. Once you are on this screen, press on this top button to go inside all the settings. So you can toggle between these screens using these side buttons, upper and down button. So if you press down, it will go video recording, then time-lapse mode, then looping record, slow motion. If you want to change that, press top button, then this 1080p by 30 frames per second. I've selected 1080p by 60 frames per second. You also have 2K capabilities and 4K capabilities. Unfortunately, I don't have Extreme Pro card with me, so I won't be able to shoot it in 4K. So 1080p by 60 frames per second, this is still better than what GoPro I have already. So I'll be comparing the videos of 1080p by 60 of this camera and 1080p by 30 frames per second of my GoPro Hero 3 White Edition. Then again with the front button, you can toggle with the menu options. So this is photo resolutions. You can select that 12 megapixel, 8, 5, yeah, 3 options are there. And then self timer. This feature I really like. You can keep the camera and take picture after 3 or 4 seconds. Then time lapse photo burst. It will shoot 3 photos at a time. You can change that as well. 5 photos, 12, 10 photos, then close. Third option is exposure, white balance. These are really technical things, so I don't think we should be using those. So let it be on the default settings. Wi-Fi, yes or no. Then 180-degree turnover. I think this must be upside down option. Yeah, so this will be upside down. So auto shutdown in 5 minutes. That means you can reduce that. Let's check. Yeah, 3 minutes, 1 minute. Then date stamp. I would really encourage not to put this date stamp. It's really annoying while seeing the video, so do not ever check that. It's my personal opinion. Front button. Then this is language. Okay, obviously it will show Chinese language because it is from China, Shenzhen. Then some dash, France, Italiano, Espanol. Format I've already formatted, so reset to factory settings. If at all, if you get confused with the what settings you are, or if anything is not working properly on your camera, go to this option and press factory settings. Confirm, cancel, whatever. Press OK to exit. So this way you can exit. So to record, you have to press again the top button. This orange thing looks really good. So it has started recording this. 3 seconds, 4 seconds. Along with this camera, you get Wi-Fi feature and you can control the camera wirelessly. So let's see how to do that. Let me first start this camera again. And I've already installed the app. You just have to type ThiEYE, and this orange app you can see. This is the app. Let's go back to, this will come up. Yeah, so to pair this camera with the app, you can see this Wi-Fi button. There are 2 buttons for navigation, up and down. So click on this Wi-Fi icon button. Yeah, so when you do it for the first time, it will show you Wi-Fi ID and password. So I've already entered the password, which is by default 1234567890. disconnecting. Yeah, so showing my guitar. You can change these things from here. This is HD video, then time lapse you can select. Again go into this option, then loop record, then this slow motion, then for pictures, photo burst mode on this right hand side, self timer and photo burst. And some things you can change it here on the settings. Those are video resolutions, so 4K 1080p I've selected. I'll again select that. Then loop record 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes. Then slow motion 1080p by 60, 720p by 120 frames per second. Then self timer, burst mode, photo burst. This app is sometimes behaves okay, sometimes it is glitchy, so that's what I felt while using the app extensively. To remove the battery, you can remove it from here this way. Yeah, so this way you can remove the battery. Okay, so let's go out and record some things with this camera and GoPro Hero 3, and then we shall discuss further. So this camera doesn't get external mic facility, so I'll be checking this on various speeds. So if you don't have a mic with your camera, so do not try to talk in the camera or while riding above 70 or 80 kilometers per hour speed, because anyways the sound of the wind will be too high, so whatever you are talking in the camera the camera won't be able to record it properly. One more tip I would like to give is, when you are talking in the camera or vlogging while riding, just open your visor so that your voice comes out of the helmet and goes inside your camera properly. So let's test that as well. So currently the visor is open. I'm around 40 kmph speed. So let's talk closing the visor. Okay, I'm currently around 50 kmph speed, so I'm closing the visor. So this is the normal pace. The sound quality or the pitch which I was talking while keeping the visor open. So let me reduce the speed. I was around 60, so I am around 48, so 33, visor is closed. I'm around 45 kilometers per hour speed. I'm going to office. This is voice test, closing the visor. So guys, welcome back. So I've been playing with this little monster for around a week or so, and I've been like really impressed with this ThiEYE i60 camera, and I really like the video quality on this camera. However, I did not had better memory card, so I could not test it in 4K resolution or 2K resolution, but 1080p resolution is quite good. So I've tried to compare it with the GoPro Hero 3 White Edition. Let's see how both the footages looks like. I've not done any modifications or like not put any saturation on either of the videos, so both are stock footages from GoPro as well as from ThiEYE i60. we are riding with GoPro Hero 3 White Edition. So this is the audio test. I'm not using mic to give clearer picture or clearer views on both the camera. So I personally did not find much difference between both the cameras quality. However, GoPro Hero 3 is a little bit on clearer side as compared to ThiEYE i60 Plus. And in this ThiEYE i60 Plus, if you can see it in the footages, the color quality or the real feel of the color is better in ThiEYE i60, whereas in GoPro Hero 3 it is little bit on warmer side. So in that perspective, ThiEYE i60 is really performing better than the Hero 3 White Edition. Talking about the sound quality, I feel GoPro Hero 3 had better sound quality, even though I did not use any external mic with GoPro Hero 3, as well as I did not use obviously I cannot use mic with this camera because it doesn't provide external mic facility. But at this price point, I feel ThiEYE i60 Plus sound quality is better. So let's talk something more about this camera. As we have seen the video quality of the camera, sound quality of the camera is also good, even though it doesn't have external mic facility in this, but still GoPro Hero 3 sounds better than ThiEYE i60 Plus. Apart from that, what I noticed is with this camera it records up till 15 minutes of footage and then it again start new file. So it took around 3.25 GB of space in the memory card for ThiEYE to record 15 minutes of footages, whereas for GoPro Hero 3 it took 1.85 GB space for 17 minutes footages. So that is one plus point of GoPro Hero 3. Still I'm not comparing GoPro Hero 3 with this camera, but just wanted to give a fair idea. So let's talk about the battery of this camera. The battery on this camera is really good. I mean, it recorded more than 1 hour of footages while going to office, and still there was some juice left in it. So over the period of time you should at least get 40 to 50 minutes of recording time with keeping on and off. And the best part about this camera, you get the backup battery. Yeah, so that is one plus point. Means if you run out of the battery, you can switch the battery and you can have you don't have to worry about battery power, and whenever you take breaks you can charge the batteries and all. So talking about negative points about this camera, I really tried hard, but at this price point I could not find much negative on this camera. I could say the sound quality, or like sound, is not that much louder when you start the camera. I mean, let me just show you guys. Yeah, so this is how it sounds. It sounds very low. Means if you are riding and if you want to start the camera, you won't be able to hear whether it has started or not. For example, if I start my GoPro Hero 3, see how louder its voice is. So this thing I found little bit on the downside, but that is okay. The second negative part which I feel in this camera is if you are recording. Okay, so I am right now recording this, so it is recording me, so it is not showing any light blinking on this area. Yeah, so I'm currently recording this thing. So if you can see, it is recording right now. Okay, and it doesn't show you the light in front of the camera. Means if you are riding and if you forget to switch off the camera, then you won't be able to understand whether it is recording or not. Just to give example on GoPro Hero 3, if I start this and start the recording, if you can see this red light starts blinking. So this is one advantage in GoPro Hero 3. So that's it guys, this is about ThiEYE i60 Plus camera review. I tried to put all the information I could get. So if you want to buy this camera, I think you should definitely go for this if you are starting your channel, or if you are just started writing. So if you don't want to invest much in the cameras and all, and want to enjoy the ride, but at the same time you want to make sure that you want to capture your ride and memories, so this is the good beginner camera for you guys. So I'm also thinking of buying one of these camera as our secondary camera, as we are having only GoPro Hero 3, and me and Kiran rides different bikes, so we need another camera. So we might buy this camera or the upper version, I guess, Git 2 from actioncams.in, which has external mic facility, because we do a lot of moto vlogs, so we don't want to keep changing the cameras between me and Kiran. So if you like this video guys, do give it a like to this video. Put your comments below, what part you liked, or did you like this camera, did you like this review of us, or how can we improve our videos, and lot more things. And stay subscribed to our channel, because there is lot more things coming up your way, our Ladakh diaries and lot many things guys. So stay subscribed to our channel and ride safe, always wear helmet and keep vrooming.